Truly, but truly. Once upon a time in Hollywood.
Actually, you know, this is probably going to be HD. Let me,
My car broke down. And Kurt Russell told me, hey, check out my new movie. Oh, wait, this is the Charles Manson thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mom and Dad let me borrow that last night.
I heard it's a good movie.
Yeah. That's what they said. Alright, I'm going to go feed my cat and then wash my hands and then you can start playing. We're on, we're live, the mic is on, people can hear you.
Alrighty.
So you can start, and yeah, wow, it's 4x3. Interesting. I figured it would be widescreen.
Oh, these are the headphones right here.
Yeah, that's all you. So what I'm going to do is do this template instead.
Oh, nice. Looks nice. Do Late Night Code Veronica.
I actually don't own that one.
I'll have to bring my...
I mean, that's what I can buy. It's not a big deal.
Nice.
I don't know where you want the volume, but there you go. Alright, you can start playing.
Sweet.
Because you're the Sonic Man. Sonic Man!
Sonic Man!
Hey, Cafe Man.
Hey, Cafe Man. How are you? Damn, the music's so good in this game.
999 memories. Yeah, we're playing the Xbox 360 version. Alright, so Brandon's gonna talk for a little bit. I'm gonna...
Alrighty. So how's everyone going? I guess there's a couple of people out there at least. We are playing Sonic Adventure for this. Just enjoying the full motion video here in the intro. It's great, man. Classic Sonic. Bow bow. Yeah, some good hard rock music. Let's go. Let's get on with the game. Alright, so let's see what characters we got again. I think we had to unlock characters. Oh, I'm not making a mistaken. Yeah, so we got to play with Sonic for a bit before we can move on to Tails and Knuckles and Amy and Big and the E102Y. I believe there's 8 levels with Sonic, 6 levels with Tails, probably 7 levels with Knuckles, 4 or 5 with Amy, 3 levels with Big, and I think maybe 4 levels with E102Y. My only first-hand memories of this are the Dreamcast demo. Oh yeah, man, dude, the Dreamcast demo back in the day was great. I played the heck out of this game for the Dreamcast back when I was growing up. I used to love playing this game. And then it wasn't until they released it for the Xbox 360, and then I downloaded it, because that was around the time when Sonic Generations came out. And then I was obsessed with that game, beat the heck out of that game. And then I was playing Sonic Adventure 2 at the same time. Cool, let's get on with the game. Let's do Sonic. Hey, get on with the game. My memory will come back with the controls. If I'm mistaken, I think this is our first boss fight coming up. Man. That's a boring city. Everyone's walking so slow. Good grief. Look at the helicopters going mad fast. We're on to somebody. SSPD. What's SSPD stand for? So this is our first boss. Chaos. And Chaos has four or five, actually 5 real forms if you're including the supersonic mode. This guy's gonna be... What the heck's up? Oh yeah, he's in the air. Run around in circles. Get on down here. There we go. Bam. Done. Yeah, the Xbox 360 one that we're playing has some lighting effects on here too, and allows us to skip cutscenes. Also, it makes the game go makes the game go by a lot smoother. Some of the story is kind of boring, but the levels are really fun to play. This is probably one of my favorite levels coming up with the Emerald Coast. Classic Sonic level. Alright, let's see how many times I'm gonna die at this. Probably not. I like how fast everything goes. Yeah, sing along to music, man. Oop. There we go. Oh, this way. Oh, wait. Almost messed that one up.
So I am going to have one beer. Ow!
Oh, don't fall.
No, I wasn't falling. I was like, I pitched my finger on my desk and my chair.
Oh.
Hey, Progger, and Captain Man and Leo. It's gonna take 28 minutes for those things to cook.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and I went ahead and I put 4 in, but don't feel pressured to eat all of them. You can if you want, but...
I'm definitely gonna have one.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted 1 or 2, because like I said, I only had 2 meals today, so I'm actually getting hungry again.
That Caesar salad didn't really do its job. I mean, it did its job, but I mean, like... all those games at Dave & Buster's are just like, bam. You gotta spin the wheel. Spinning the wheel of those ticket games makes you work an appetite.
Yeah, Brad and I went to Dave & Buster's, and we played a bunch of video games, but we also did a lot of, like, the gambling-oriented games.
Teach kids how to gamble.
I bought a pretty sweet desk lamp, and a little handheld video game with Centipede and Missile Command on it.
Nice. You gotta let me know on how that is.
It's probably garbage, but
probably
you know, it was cool. Like going out, having drinks, food, and coming home with something.
Damn, these levels are longer than I thought. We're almost at the end.
Oh well, Leo, I will actually. Frame rate is terrible.
Oh yeah. Wait. Here we got. Yeah, we both.
I haven't adjusted my webcam, so the frame rate is terrible. But this
Yeah,
is... I got this.
Sonic Head here.
He got that. Yeah, unfortunately the lamp takes batteries, so it's not like I can just plug it in. But it is 3 AAAs. It's got a fan that spins all the speckles around. It's pretty cool. It's cheap plastic. It's effective, though. You know, I probably have a filter applied on the gameplay. Let's see. Yeah, I'll leave it on.
And I believe we should be able to get a shortcut with something here.
Oh, you know what? This is actually kind of nice, because the Dreamcast version, I believe, is only 30 FPS. And this is like 60 most of the time. I see it chopping up here and there, but the smooth 60 is a nice bump. So when's the last time you beaten this game?
Probably about 2 years ago, when I found out about Supersonic. And Supersonic's badass in this game. But you had to beat the game with all the characters first.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever done that before?
Mm-mm. I've never actually beaten the game. I tried about 10 years ago, and I got pretty far into the Sonic campaign, and I enjoyed it. You know, I've always wanted to go back and try to finish it.
I enjoy this one better than Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, I tried doing Sonic Adventure 2, but it was too... I don't know how to put it.
I still enjoy both of them, but it just took a while to get adjusted to Knuckles. To get used to his.
Yeah, the Knuckles gameplay on Sonic Adventure 2 was not fun for me, and then the other characters were kind of a mixed bag as well. And then the story took itself way too damn seriously, and I just couldn't give two craps about it. I remember really liking the combination of the action and adventure in this game specifically. It felt like it worked pretty well. Yeah, Leo, I hear you. Like, when this game came out on Dreamcast, like, it was a big deal.
Classic ending level music.
Personal favorite Sonic game? See, those are strong words, but I'll let you be you, because like I said, I've never finished this, and I've always been partial to the classic 2D Sonic games. Because those are very tight, polished, like, fun games that, you know, I don't really have to play those games and be like, well, I like this and that about it, but I don't like that, and blah, 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 and, like, justify why I enjoy it. Like, they're just good games all around, you know, through and through.
Indeed. I really enjoyed probably this one.
But Sonic Adventure 1, I remember playing it several times and enjoying both, you know, the action and the adventure stuff. But I don't know. I'll be able to give a more nuanced opinion on it. I play this and I can kind of see why people could see it as like their favorite. You know, Sonic Adventure 2 on the other hand, ooh, wow, even the glitches are still in here. Amazing. Sonic Adventure 2 is kind of a different beast in a way.
This game is definitely a direct port of the Dreamcast one.
Dude, the Dreamcast one was so buggy. The Japanese version of the Dreamcast one was even buggier.
I beat the Japanese Dreamcast version.
Oh, you
too.
did? Nice.
Yeah. I must have died like 18 times.
The tornado, such a cool effect on Dreamcast.
Dr. Robotnik, the final boss. I must have died so much on the in the Japanese version.
That's cool. There's like almost no loading going into it. That's nice.
That's what I like about Sonic Generations. It's got remake of 2D levels plus the 3D levels.
I've always wanted to go through that too. Generations.
That's definitely a worthwhile game. I recommend it. You don't have to get like this, like all the extra stuff in it. It's just get through the main course of the game. It's cool.
Yeah.
There's only ring sound effects, no voice acting, just the music. The music's good though. I like
Wait,
it.
what? What did you say?
There's no sound effects for when you hit the enemies. It's just when you get to collect the rings and the music is playing.
Oh yeah, I just realized we're not getting sound effects for a lot of this stuff.
Probably in the Xbox settings again.
Oh, you know, you could be right. It could just be that.
That's right though.
But that's... I don't change my settings though. That's the difference. Like, when you get a chance to like save it, we can check that.
Sure.
I just realized, yeah, there are no jump sound effects or anything. It is Leo. That's how we're playing this, actually. My brother was like, on our way out from Dave & Buster's, he's like, hey, you want to stream Sonic Adventure? And I was like, sure. And then I remembered, I couldn't remember if I owned it or not on 360, or if I did, if it was backwards compatible, but I checked when I got home. And I just had to download it, that was all.
In the Japanese version, that spiral loop down there is so glitchy. Like you fall right through the course.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's great.
It's cool seeing this game again.
So,
Space Shuttle 5 Part 2 did not make the cut, so Crazy Taxi is compatible?
Oh, Crazy Taxi's awesome.
I still have my Dreamcast version.
I think it saves automatically.
Hit start. Well, the thing is, like, we don't even have to exit the game. Here, give me the controller. We can just do this.
I think it's the same as the last time video volume output. And then I think...
Yeah, why is it defaulting to that?
Yeah,
I don't do that. I don't use surround sound at all. That's why the audio is... Good catch on that. I would not have caught that.
See, mine did the same thing, too, with the Resident Evil, like when we did the Resident Evil remake stream. Yeah.
Yeah, now we can hear... Oh my god, dude, why... That's weird, because I don't have my Xbox be controlled by my TV or anything. I mean, maybe it just does that... Well, it makes no sense, because my TV doesn't even output sound. I have a sound bar, and it's just stereo. I don't... Wow. Maybe it's because... Oh, I don't fucking know. Maybe it's because my capture card supports that. And maybe it just defaults to it when it's on a device that can support it.
But truly.
There's a place somewhere in the city where you can...
I actually have a hard time playing Crazy Taxi on systems that don't have the original soundtrack. Patchouli! Hi, Patchouli! How's it going? She's up on my desk. Hello, Patchouli. Hello. How's it going? You just want to be with both of us, don't you?
Yeah, she does.
Hi.
Nice.
Hi, Patchouli. How's it going? You miss me? I've been gone all day.
Now you've got Lightspeed shoes.
I've actually been gone like 8
The
hours.
action button to store up power.
Wasn't planning on being gone that long.
Release the button and you can do the Lightspeed dash. The Lightspeed dash lets you race toward rings at light speed. As long as there's a trail of rings, you can go just about anywhere.
Alright, so with the light dash, I believe it's like... Nice.
We played Cruisin' Blast.
That's a fun game to play.
Yeah, we played all the tracks. We played Fast and the Furious Supercars. I think that's all we played in terms of the video games. You might have played another game or two when I was in the bathroom. We did a lot of like the physical games, like throwing basketballs and footballs and stuff like that. Skee ball. We did the crane game a bunch of times. Then we did a bunch of the gambling machines to try to get tickets to come home with something.
Yeah, we did. We got something.
Mm-hmm. I got 2 things. Yeah, Crazy Taxi is not Crazy Taxi without... Hey, 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 come on over and have some fun with Crazy Taxi. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, that's like signature. You can't, the game is not the same without stuff like that. It's a perfect example of like audio making the package, you know? Giving it its energy.
Indeed. I think up here we get our boost power up. We almost had that. Hey, what's going on with this? Reconnect controller?
Oh, probably just needs to be charged up. Let's see. Probably have a cable in the other room. You know, one of the problems is that it's USB Type-C, and I don't have 1,000 of those like I have. Like, here's one. Okay, this should do it.
Nice. They'll reach from over there, yeah. It should. I mean, they're normally like, what, like 25 feet long? Nice.
Okay, cool. We're good. Yeah, I haven't charged the controller in at least a month, I'd say.
See, there's a trick for this one. Oh, we got...
I never got that down.
Well, so basically what you gotta do to get that, if you actually stand right here in the middle, you spin dash, and the little spiritual coins are going out of it. As long as Sonic is highlighted in blue, you'll do this again.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice. So you can basically charge up, make him blue, then you can just do it.
So basically when he's
That's
blue,
cool.
you can still walk around, and I think that's like an extra
This is the crystal ring.
crystal ring.
This reduces the time needed to store power for the Lightspeed Dash.
So now it takes less time to do the Lightspeed dash, which helps out amazingly with like towards the end of the game.
Okay.
I'm trying to. So the casino area, if I remember, is going to be like down this way. One way to find out. Nope. Sonic's gambling again. There we go.
Sonic's been gambling since Sonic 2.
For the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
It's where he got his addiction.
Ah, so that's what we gotta do. And I think
Cool. Yeah.
with this one, we gotta collect. We gotta collect. How many coins do we need to get? Let's go to the. Well, let's just select one of these.
I wouldn't mind having a second Dreamcast, but they're getting kind of expensive now.
Oh, here we go. You should be able to master this one, Pinball. Hey, you don't give this a roll? Here.
You want me to play the pinball? Okay, go figure.
Play the pinball one.
Can you control Sonic at all?
No, it's just
This might be the only pinball game on Dreamcast. Actually, it's not true. There is a Japanese pinball game called Neo Golden Logers. It's pretty good, actually. Whoa there, these physics are weird.
If you score me 1,000 coins just in this one little game, that'd be awesome. We'll save a lot of time.
Yeah, physics are super weird.
Oh, nice. Final Eggman. Oh, the Eggman. Oh, the coins, the 000, the 3 ring of death. Takes away all the coins. Oh, cool. So go to the next area. Oh, never mind. This is a loop around. Ooh, nice. 3 times round of rings.
Aww. These top lanes are really nice. Dude, Sonic is so tiny compared to the flippers.
Oh, triple kickball. I don't know what that is. I never got that before. So you get open up on the top avenue. That's cool.
Are you serious? I assume that was a post in the middle. I guess that's it. Oh no, I'm back.
You're on the last ball.
I don't think I'm getting 1,000, Reddit.
No, but you still did really good though. You got 145.
So do you need 1,000 in the casino?
I think they like 500. I think.
Okay. Oh, the physics are
Yep.
the physics are really bad.
So we head to the Master Vault, which is going to be right around here somewhere. Master Vault.
Prager, I think it's the same. I remember getting here in the Dreamcast one and it being like that.
Let's see how much more we need.
One thing to remember is that this is at like twice the frame rate, and so it's gonna actually feel even slower than it did before because of that.
Try and deposit as many rings as you can. It may even help show you the way.
Let's do slots. Let's try this one out. This one looks fun.
We go from gambling at Dave & Buster's to gambling in Sonic Adventure. It's great. It's fitting. It's funny, it said slots, yeah, we're playing pinball again.
Nice. Triple kickback. Or triple kickback or triple kickball?
Try to let the ball drain down the middle. Yeah, see, that's a post. That's why I got angry when I drained, because I thought it was supposed to bounce him back up. Yeah, so I think you have kickbacks on the out lanes, and then the center post.
Nice. Oh, I lost all my coins. Well, not all of them, but get them out.
Patchouli! Patchouli! Oh, you're over there. Hey, you. God. So how many levels are in the Sonic campaign?
I believe there are 7 or 8.
Okay.
And I know with Big the Cat there's 3, and with Amy I believe there's 4. Oh, here we go.
Hello. What is this?
It sometimes it randomizes to a level, like when you drain after 3 balls.
Okay.
I think if you have under 100 coins, you go to like this little mini level so you can grind up on some coins too.
Nice.
But don't want to get hit there because when you complete the level, however many coins you have is what you got, and then you got to replay it again.
Did you already cash out some of the coins you had?
No, because it already spun me down here.
I meant before we played pinball again.
Yeah.
You did? Okay.
About 150.
Cool. So those are banked then.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, good to know. Patchouli!
So
Hi, little girl!
With this area, you just want to take your time, coast really carefully.
Hey, you! Hi, Patchouli. How's it going? She just jumped up here out of nowhere. She's like, I must have attention.
Ooh, that's a close one. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. God, what a blow. That's fucked up.
God, it takes so many freaking clicks to get the frame rate correct on my camera.
Oh, here we go. Oh, that's a cool.
The Knight's Table.
Oh, I heard the beat. I think the oven's done.
You wanna listen, Patchouli? I don't think she likes it. Oh, that means it has a minute left.
Oh, okay. When the beat quits. means
Yeah,
you have
one
minute
beat
left.
means it's got a minute left. And then it'll just keep hounding you until it goes away. happy, Patchouli? You happy you're up here? Come here. Hey, you. Hey, now it's done.
Did it burn?
It'll probably still taste fine.
They're all burnt and crispy.
Yeah, well the thing is, I did 400 degrees. It only called for 375, but it was 375 for 2. So I figured 400 for 4 would have been fine. Because I only set it to cook for like 2 minutes more than what it normally calls for, so I didn't think it was going to burn him that much. So you're still in the casino, right?
Yeah.
This is one of the underground areas.
Alright, we got it.
225.
I think we might have made the budget.
You think so? But well, you get a 42-inch Sonic plushie.
I don't think so. You get
Damn.
Instead, you get a big chaos.
Anyway, back to Dave and Buster's.
You get something better. You get a better treasure.
You get all your money shaken out of you.
Yeah, let's see what this one is over here. So we've done slot and pinball, we've done card and pinball. Let's do...
Damn, Knuckles is like $100+ on his own. So if you can bank it, it might actually be worth going to Dave and Buster's and doing that. Yeah, because all these other ones are just 12 inches. Yeah, they wanted something like, what was it? 16,000 points? Was that what it was?
I think so. Like, no, yeah.
And it was like a 42-inch Sonic plushie. And I'm checking eBay. I was like, you could probably just buy one. But I'm looking, and they're all kind of... They're all kind of expensive. Well, then again, some of these are actually, like, old. These aren't, like, this is from 1993, apparently. So there's collector value in that, right? But if we wanted to just buy the one that's at Dave & Buster's, I don't even see it, honestly. 16,000 isn't actually that bad. Considering I paid... I paid 75 for my 550 tokens. It was 9.8 a game. So 56 plays. So 56 times 80. Damn. Okay, it's actually expensive. If you played that game and you got 80 every single spin, you'd still only come out with 4,480 tickets. And that was on $75 buy-in. So you would still need over $200 to get the Sonic figure. Unless you manage to get the 1,000. If you get the 1,000 consistently, then okay. Well, maybe you could just go on eBay and buy a big jumbo one.
Let's see if we got enough for this one.
The thing is, some of these are only like 11 or 12 inches though. Amy Rose for 17 inches. You want the 42-inch one, man. That's where it's at.
That's a pretty angry looking Sonic, man.
Hey Mario.
It's like we saw those that's coming from Japan, nice.
It doesn't say how large it is though. Yeah. You're making some good progress.
Oh no,
I've played this game a lot. I love this game.
Oh no, you don't! Oh, gee.
I like how the load times are shorter.
Mm-hmm.
That is nice.
And I believe over here is the ice stone. I'm gonna go to the ice level now.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will
That's
be
crazy. I
departing
still
soon.
got everything like in the back of my head of this game. And it's been like probably 5 years since I played. Like a couple of years since I played this game.
Oh shit, we should just stream this on YouTube then.
Oh, we're on Twitch.
We are on Twitch.
Nice. Well, Twitch is cool. I like Twitch.
Do 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 do. Yeah, the music is so good in this game. Wow, there's no tracking information on my purchase here. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna go try to eat one of those pizzas. I'll let you know how bad it is.
Yeah, I'll join you in a second. The ice. I guess it's... Yeah, here we go, ice stone. The key is floating. Let's hold pause here real quick.
Oh, you want to just take a break too? Okay. Alright, we're gonna try to eat some food, guys. We will be right back. If it doesn't hurt the game, you can just unpause it so they have some music to hear in the background.
Okay.
Okay, cool. We
Cool,
will be
yeah.
back.
Oh, 5 minutes.
Yeah, not long.
So, this is Angel Island. Better get going. So, this is Angel Island. Better get going. Better get going. So, this is Angel Island. Better get going. Better get going. Better get going. So, this is Angel Island. Better get going.
What you doing, Patchouli? Hang on.
Better get going. Better get going. So, this is Angel Island. Better get going. Better get going. Better get going. So, this is Angel Island. So, this is Angel Island. Better get going.
Hey, Vitruvi. Look who's here.
Come here, babe. Come here, babe. Over here. Good girl. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark. What's up, Mark?
Mark Havener's in the chat.
Mark Havner is in the chat.
Brandon's gonna keep playing while I eat.
Alright, cool.
Better get going.
Alrighty. Vitruvi. Vitruvi. Alright, let's get this. Hey, we're doing good. Austin Mites has finished eating some French bread pizza, burnt French bread pizza.
So, this is Angel Island.
It was still tasty though. It was still good. All right, so we're on our way to the ice cavern now. I believe this is level. That was not me. But truly, that was not me. Oh, stage 4, ice cap. Get that chaos emerald. Oh yeah, this is like one of the kinda hard ones, but not really. Just gonna be very careful with this one. I did not just do that. Sweet. We got it out of that. Guess we scroll all the way back down there. No. What the heck? What's going on with this? Ah, here we go. It goes to go. Patrolly, patrolly. There we go. Let's go ahead and launch out here again. Ah, I see. Ah, yeah. I wasn't paying attention the first time. So we get back and around. There we go, yeah. Luckily, the cool thing about all these levels is that they're all about getting the Chaos Emerald, so they're all Chaos Emerald related, which is cool. Get all the Chaos Emeralds and become supersonic.
Be careful not to fall off.
Ah. Okay, here. Sweet. We made it to the checkpoint. That's good.
Use the panel to jump. It may even help guide your way.
Nice. Oh, what could this be? Snowboard? Hell yeah! Nothing better than getting chased by a big old avalanche. I want to spend my day in avalanche world. I do is get chased by a big avalanche.
I'd rather not get chased by a big avalanche. Watch out, man. Come on, man.
Hurry. Hang up. Up here, man.
Oh well.
Like Deep Purple jamming music over here.
Yeah, good music.
Take the ramp, take the ramp. Oh, I missed the ramp.
Hey, do a kickflip!
Do a kickflip.
Do a kickflip!
Do a kickflip. The kickflip on a snowboard. We'll do a board slide. We can get some mad air in this game, though. Mad air, mad air. Woohoo! Ooh, that's a close call. Hey, the ramp, the ramp, the ramp!
Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie, what's up? We got the whole crew here tonight. That's awesome. Take the ramp. Take the ramp.
Yes!
All right, we got the Chaos Emerald. We got the Chaos Emerald. Let's see what's next. I believe we are
Yeah, not bad.
able to go to the sky area. I think we gotta meet up with Tails.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
What was...
We are siblings. Yeah, this is my brother.
Hey. Alright, so where's the hidden marker at? Yeah, like a little hidden guide.
Go to the Mystic Ruins. You might find something.
Mark, no. We, Brandon and I went to Dave & Buster's, and Brandon's thing at Dave & Buster's is buying Sonic plushie dolls. He's got like 20 of them now. He actually got a Sonic pillow today from them. And, he was in a Sonic kind of mood as a result. So on our way out, he was like, dude, it's still early. You want to stream some Sonic Adventure? And I was like, sure. I'm not doing anything. So yeah, we're playing the DX version on Xbox 360. Backwards compatible on Xbox One.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, Dave & Buster's is fun. It gets expensive real fast though. I had like $130 bill. After food, a few drinks, and then dropping like $75 on a Dave and Buster's card plus tip for the bartender. It's like, ugh. It was fun though. I had a good time. There were children tonight, actually, Ronnie. Brandon, I was surprised because it was a Sunday night. It was better as the night went on. You know, we stayed kind of late. We stayed till about an hour before they closed. So it was more like adults after like 10:30. Having a sibling for video games is overrated, Anball. Especially when we were growing up, I was way better at the action games. I probably still am.
Yeah, you're...
He's come back a lot though. He's gotten way better over the years. He was an RPG guy when we were growing up, so
still
like
am.
anything like fighting game related or like competitive action games, he wouldn't be able to keep up. So I was always like, yeah, we don't need to play co-op or anything, or even one-on-one or versus or whatever.
I love RPGs. Good stuff.
Yeah, Ronnie, the one here at Fair Oaks is, it's always seems to be busy. Yeah, and there were definitely a lot of kids tonight. It was parents bringing their kids there, which was kind of like, eh. It wasn't too bad tonight, though. It really wasn't.
No, it wasn't too bad. It was pretty good tonight.
Yeah, I had fun. I hadn't been in quite some time.
Floating masterpiece, the egg carrier. But it pales in comparison to the power of chaos. Until we meet again, my friends.
Dr. Eggman has the most pimp rides ever. He's got a little beam that just shoots him right up to the ship.
Hey, we can't let
I wish I
him
had a
get
beam
away.
that just shot me through a ship
Let's
like
get
that.
to
Would be
my
awesome.
workshop and we'll take the tornado.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
You're earning me achievements, thank you.
Absolutely. That's what I do. Earn people achievements. Alright, so let's head to the workshop. We're actually almost done with Sonic's campaign.
Yeah, Mark, I mean, Dave & Buster's is basically like a Chuck E. Cheese for adults. But adults are allowed to bring their kids there, too. So there is still the kid factor, but... Yeah. Oh, Brandon's beaten Doom in Doom 2 on Ultraviolence.
Oh yeah. I beat a lot of Doom.
And he rocks Doom Eternal.
I love Doom Eternal. Knee deep in the dead.
No one under 21 allowed. Nice. That sounds good, Ronnie. You know, one of the things I don't like about our breweries here is, like, you're allowed to bring your kids, and a lot of people do. I actually left the brewery early last night because, they were having, like, a birthday party of all sorts of kids. They were just screaming. And this was, like, at 8 at night.
I even beat Quake on that memory, too. I love Quake. I go for some Quake anytime. I'm not really into like Call of Duty, games like that. But,
Yeah.
But anything like Deus Ex or anything like that, or
Yeah, you played a lot. You played all those games.
Anyone get beat? Knee deep in the dead. Knee deep in the dead is a good episode to fly right through as a warm up. Patrolly. Well, patrolly.
We did it!
Way to go, Tails!
Hey, bud. Patrolly, what's up?
That sound effect is great. It's like you're playing an Atari game.
Tails? Tails!
No one under 51 allowed. Nice.
Sonic, wait up! Long time no see.
No trains are currently in service.
Well, when there's no trains in service, we could always go find something else that's in service.
Which movie, Ronnie? Or is there a movie called Ultra Nightmare?
Ah, look! Eggman's robot's on the loose!
No problem. He's just a chunk of cheesy hardware.
Whoa!
Oh, now what? Huh?
Look here! It says, cute couples get in free! Let's go!
Amy! Wait! Oh, man! That girl is such a pain.
Twinkle Park.
You'll be able to ride the bumper car if you defeat the enemy driving it.
This game does have a lot of mechanics, like being able to ride a bumper car. It's probably why some aspects are kind of sloppy, is like they tried to incorporate everything they possibly could into this game. Instead of like being really good at one thing or two things, they're like, let's do 20 things and be sloppy at most of them. But it adds for a lot of variety, at least.
This was a launch game.
Oh,
right?
Ronnie, you're talking Doom Annihilation? Oh, God. Yeah, get drunk and watch something better.
Doom Annihilation. Doom Annihilation has like the main, like the main sergeant guy actually looks like the original Doom guy.
Cafe Man says the car levels here run at 60 FPS in Dreamcast. That's interesting. Yeah, because the main game runs at 30.
F-Zero X. Sonic X. bumper car madness. Woohoo! Look at me, flying in the air. Almost died at Twinkle Park.
I'd like to watch Lawnmower Man again.
That's a good movie. Pierce Brosnan. Joe uploaded all the data in the world and knows all about history.
God, I blamed bowling. Throw in the kitchen sink while you're at it, guys. Oh my god, there's so much shit in this game, it's crazy.
Hey, look at the enemy right there.
You get anything special for getting a strike? Oh, probably more coins. Oh, sorry, rings.
I never really got a strike out there.
No! You get 12 lives.
Yeah, Mr. Wobbly Man here. The Gel Man. The Gel Man.
Yes.
There are a lot of fun stages in this. First, this is just Sonic. I know the other characters have different play styles.
The robot guy is pretty cool.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot of fun levels.
Hi!
Welcome to Twinkle
You wanna come
Park.
up here?
Oh,
You wanna come up
shoot.
here, Patchouli?
I'm-
Come here, man. Come on, Patchouli. Hi. Here, come here. Come here. Oh. Hi, Patchouli. Hey, Aquas. Patchouli, Patchouli. Patchouli. There she is. Sonic. Sonic. She's just wanting all the attention tonight. Here, come here. Come here. Over here. Hi. No, she does not roar. She's not a lion. Roars, only on Tuesdays. Yeah, while I'm at Pinball League, she roars. So my brother's playing the game. Oh, I gotcha.
No trains are currently in service.
Patchouli came outside today on the patio.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Are any of these Dreamcast games available on PS4? I don't think so. I'm trying to think. I can't think of many, if any. Oh, I know there's Fast Strikers on on PS4. That was a Dreamcast game. It's only like $8 too. Definitely worth it. Stormwind. That was another Dreamcast homebrew. I think they got a PS4 port. I know we got an Xbox One port and a PC port. Oh, we don't talk about PlayStation now, Leo. We pretend that doesn't exist. At least relating to conversations like these.
Sonic's a bad boy. He stole someone else's employee ID card to break into a building. This is probably the best level in the whole game.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Shenmue 1 and 2. That's perfectly valid, Leo.
That's a great game. I have that game.
You get the 1 and 2 version?
Mm-hmm.
You have yours on Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, of course you do. You don't have a PS4.
I love Shenmue. Fantastic game. I enjoy it. I died. No, I didn't die.
Well, it's nice that you don't get punished for failing there. Oh, nice, Aquas. I remember you played part 3, like, when it came out, right?
Part 3?
Shenmue... No, not you, Brandon. Aquas. He was one of the only people I saw stream that game a little bit. Shenmue is an adventure game, yes.
That's only for...
with some action elements here and there. A lot of talking to people and a lot of playing vending machines and collecting items. Aqua says Shenmue 3 was good. Nice.
What system is it for?
PC and PlayStation 4.
Ah, cool.
Grab onto the helicopter.
So while they have Shenmue 1 and 2 for the Xbox One, they can't have Shenmue 2 for the Xbox.
Yeah, it's because I think it was partially Sony funded. I'm guessing. What you doing, girl? Hi. How's it going? How are you? Hey, cutie. Hey, cutie, cutie.
Glitch. Oh.
Oh, there's some of the first games you ever streamed. Nice. Yeah, 10,000, dude. That's insane. Congrats on that. I'll never see 10,000 on Twitch. I don't put in the effort, though. Yeah, still, that's an amazing milestone on Twitch. It's hard to get followers on Twitch. There's so many streamers I know, they only have a few hundred. Shenmue 2 is good as fuck, though. Hell yeah. So superior to 1. Nice. Yeah, Brandon, I don't think I've seen this far into the game. Well, that's not true. I got to, there was like a sky base level or something that I'm pretty sure I got to. I think that's after all this.
Yes.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah.
So how late you want to go, Brandon? I can go all night, but I know you've got work tomorrow. It's 12:15 right now.
We could try and maybe get through Sonic's campaign.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you just go until whenever you want to stop. I'll probably keep the stream running and then come back and play like NES games or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
We'll see. I've got my 8-bit Do controller I want to try out, but it is getting kind of late. Where you going, Julie?
You should still be in this city.
Where are you going? Brandon can't do anything. He's playing. Okay, let's come back over here. Good girl. Good girl.
Amy? Oh man, where can she be?
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
Julie, hey you, what you doing? What you doing? I gotcha.
Let me go, you hunk of junk! I mean it!
Hey there, Bolt Brain! You better give Amy to me or I'll squash ya!
Bolt brain.
Hi. Julie gets all the kisses.
Hurry, Sonic, get to the mountaintop. You still have time.
The mountaintop.
Where you going? Where you going, Julie? You want attention from Brandon? Oh, that's the Chow Garden. Just create new data.
Cow gun.
Oh man. Yeah. Don't touch the Xbox. I don't want you to accidentally power it off. Brandon would not like that.
Dude, how the hell do I get back?
So there's a couple of core elements, Ronnie, that Yakuza's has that Shenmue kind of like formulated. Like you're running around in open world, semi-open world environment and talking to people and stuff like that. All the little random stuff you can do.
The train headed for Station Square will
It seems like an evolution of Shenmue in a lot of ways. But there's a lot of stuff it does very different too, which you obviously know. So, but the core like the core framework is there from Shenmue.
Sweet.
And there wasn't really anything like Shenmue before Shenmue, honestly. It was like, and you know, they're both Sega properties. Like, there's probably a lot of Shenmue DNA in like the Yakuza code. I would guess.
This is the ancient.
Oh, you don't have your streams
Try
archived?
the light speed dash toward
That
the
sucks.
enemy.
Let me go
With
switch
this,
your lead.
you can now do the light speed attack.
You good? You wanna come back? You wanna come back over here? You can come back over. No, you're gonna lay down? Okay. Pachuli's gonna pass the fuck out, apparently. She went to her kitty bed. Dude, there are so many streams I never archived. That's one thing I like about streaming on YouTube is that, like, because I take that channel differently than my Twitch channel, like, everything's archived. A lot of my views come from the archives, not necessarily the stream itself. Well, on Twitch, I archive very few things. I go through periods where I archive a bunch and then I don't archive anything for months.
You came to this level before, right? The mountain.
Yeah, like I remember this. You remember those rockets? Yeah, like I said, I got to some kind of sky-based level, which I think is not too long after this. And then I never finished that. It's not because, like, it was hard or anything. I just, you know, other things came up and I never went back to it.
I think it's only this level and, like, 2 more levels ago.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I feel like I got pretty close to the end of Sonic's
Some
campaign.
rockets require you to push a switch.
No, Sega absolutely owns Shenmue, Leo, but I think Sony helped fund Shenmue 3, which is why it was just PC and PlayStation 4. If Sega had full control over that, it definitely would have been on Xbox. There's too much money there to let it slide. And remember that Shenmue 3 premiered at a Sony press conference. Yeah, none of us ever said it wasn't Sega. Or Sega didn't own Shenmue, but I think there's more to the picture. Oh, no, I can't imagine it went to Yu Suzuki after he left.
He's the creator, right?
Oh, I didn't even see what Ronnie said. Okay, that's because Sega no longer owns the Shenmue property, and once Yu Suzuki left Sega. Yeah, I can't imagine that being a thing. Sega losing the rights to Shenmue, that wouldn't make sense to me. Yu Suzuki was like Sega when the original 2 games were made. That would be really weird. Oh, you are right. I totally forgot about the Kickstarter, though. Yeah, maybe there was just some kind of deal in place. If they could get the funds on their own, then Sega would let them do it. I don't know. Has Yu Suzuki done anything else outside of Shenmue 3 recently?
Beastie Boys.
Yeah, I don't know how successful Shenmue 3 was. I didn't really hear many people talk about it outside of people that had played the originals. More old school fans. But I hope it did well enough.
I think the boss of this level is the robot that we unlock as a character.
I remember Aqua's Shenmue 2 on the original Xbox. It came with a DVD with all the cutscenes from the first game to get you up to speed with the story. They called it Shenmue the movie.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it wasn't really like a movie because they didn't add scenes in between the different cutscenes that they had on the DVD. So it was kind of like lots of abrupt transitions, but it was still kind of cool. Nice little bonus. The basic plot, the 20 more Shenmue games. Oh god. Do we need 20 games of in Shenmue though? Yes!
I guess there was no boss. Must have been thinking of something different. Well, every character you play in this game kind of has its own little story thing.
There's so many gameplay styles in this. It's crazy.
By the way, you got Mario Galaxy too?
Do I have Mario? Yeah, I do.
I want to borrow that.
Okay. You're not currently borrowing anything else, are you? I always forget.
No.
Yeah, don't let me forget that. I'll let you borrow it when we drop you back off.
The first Mario Galaxy was amazing, man. Great.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. It took you a long time to get around to it. Yeah, I mean, even I loved the game, and I played it like 10 years ago.
Yeah, but like when I played a game, I got super hardcore into it. Like I didn't stop playing it until like I finished it.
Yeah, that's what I did.
It didn't take me long to beat it, like a week or two to beat.
Same here. A couple hours a night, I would play it.
It's a pretty cruising game.
So far, so so good.
It's silly
Hope
as
you know
hell
what
too.
you're doing.
You bet. Watch this. Transforming now. Whoa!
You gotta be scared as hell about it.
Let's do it.
Stay on top though.
I mean, you can do that, but you want to do something, Auckland. You want to shoot stuff, so you're going to shoot stuff, right? Does the score actually do anything? You get any bonuses for actually shooting stuff? Auckland goes, no, I want to do nothing!
No, well, I think the score might add into it. Continue.
You heading out, Cafe Man? Take care.
All right, Cafe Man, have a good one. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I think this is where I made it, and I stopped here.
This thing is really huge.
Head of the ship is. There we go. Good grief. Yeah, this is so buggy. Alright, don't change. Camera angle stop changing. There we go.
Don't get too many ideas, you fools.
I think this is another chaos
You
fight.
haven't seen the power.
Oh, wow! It's changed shape. Did you see that?
Darn. This makes it harder for us to get to the bridge.
I hate it when he doesn't listen.
I bet you weren't.
Ah, yeah, there we go.
This must be the way to the sky deck. Whoa!
This is a cool level too.
Yeah, okay, so I'm reading that Sega still owns Shenmue, they just licensed it to Yu Suzuki's company. That's all. So Yu Suzuki got the license for it and then went ham with it. Yeah, because those were internal Sega projects you know, in the late 90s and whatnot. So, I mean, shit, there was even a prototype for Sega Saturn. Like, there's... And Yu Suzuki was a part of Sega then, so that makes more sense. Seems like a pretty solid way to play Sonic Adventure 1.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's pretty chill.
It might even be better than playing it on Dreamcast.
I think it's better playing it on DX than it is on Dreamcast.
Yeah. Do you have it on Dreamcast? I don't think you do, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, I didn't think so.
The only Sonic games I have is Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and Sonic Generations, the Xbox. My Xbox arcade. I do remember the Dreamcast one is very harsh, especially this level right here. This level is super glitchy. Actually, a lot of levels were. But, you know, at the time it was like, wow, this is great. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You alright, Priscilla? There you go. You little critter.
I do wonder how long the batteries are going to last in this thing, because there's a little fan that's running too. If it was just the LEDs, it'd be one thing, but it's also powering a fan. There's no way to install like a power adapter. Still pretty cool though. I like it. It's all plastic, so it shouldn't really break on me. Show you guys what I'm talking about. My Dave and Buster's desk lamp. Yeah, there's a little fan on the inside that's spinning the water around. Yeah, do not drink. What, you're telling me that's not what they put in Goldschlager? Now I want to drink it. Maybe this is Goldschlager. Oh no, it's more than just gold.
When your ship increases speed, hang on to something.
Yeah, the gold pieces in Goldschlager always like bugged me out. Yeah, this is I remember this part. Yeah, this is where I made it. And it was probably just late one night, and I was like, I gotta go to bed, and I never went back to it.
I can kind of understand why. It's not really like the pleasing part of the game. Like
I mean, I don't remember it being hard or anything. I just, you know, those are the early days of YouTube for me, so I was constantly bouncing from game to game back then. I mean, I still do the same thing now, but I don't usually play longer games like this now. They also always brush out the flakes thing.
Man.
Yeah. Weirdos. Flaky people. Only flaky people like flakes in their Goldschlager. There you go. There's your quick, like, litmus test. Like, are you reliable? I don't know, am I? Do you like flakes in your Goldschlager? Yes. Okay, you're unreliable. Get out of my sight.
There you go, making progress. What the hell? Man, this is all brand new. I never encountered anything like this before. I guess
You
because...
probably just got lucky. I guess you have to just stay on the high ground if possible. Yeah, like you gotta go fast. Yeah, the ship's taking off is pretty sweet, actually. You'll get it.
The speed boost in this game sucks balls, too.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Yay!
Nice. You have to shoot it in the turret.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I figured. Ooh, it's turning.
Alright, here we go.
Oh, just one hit and that's it? Wow.
One hit kill. So like a lot of the projectiles going very well. Man, what happened to those good old weapons like in Sonic 3 where you get the flame shield or whatever?
Yeah, I like the shields in Sonic 3.
Oh man, those shields were awesome. The electrical orb shield. Grab on the hook. Can we get it? Yeah!
God, 3D blast. You love 3D blast? I don't. You probably stream that and beat that off with us, I assume. You've only done the Saturn version. Oh, wow. Oh, you didn't do the ring gathering. Oh. See, every time I played, I've tried to gather all the rings so I can get the Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, it's a bit of a chore, especially in the Saturn one, where it's like a minute of loading just to get into a bonus stage, and another minute just to get out of a bonus stage. So for that reason, I generally prefer to play the Genesis version. It's, you know, it's a lot. It doesn't take as long to go through the whole game because of, you know, no loading. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate Sonic 3D Blast. It's just like, I don't know, for me it's like, with Sonic 1 through 3 and Knuckles, there's literally no reason for me to play Sonic 3D Blast.
Sonic 2 is a pretty long game.
Sonic 2, it's not too bad. It's like an hour, you know?
Yes.
But yeah, you know, I do want to eventually, like, relearn 3D Blast and maybe do, like, a YouTube thing on it or something. Yeah, I mean, you say that, but, like, man, you gotta have those levels totally memorized, I feel like, for the movement to be good. Like, especially if you're trying to go for the Chaos Emeralds, like, legit. And, you know, it's very easy to lose your rings and then not even be able to qualify for that. And then the later stages are like all trap riddled. But I haven't beaten the game in like 20 years. You know, I did finish it on both Genesis and Saturn back in the day. But I usually don't get, like, if I play it in the modern day, I don't usually get more than like a world or two in. I might get to the second world, which is like the Temple Ruins, maybe get through that, and then just call it quits.
Oh, I saw a,
But maybe that's like the key to me enjoying that game. It's just not going for the Chaos Emeralds. Maybe I'll cheat like Aqua's and it'll out of nowhere become like my favorite Sonic game. Yeah, I mean with Sonic, I generally stick with Genesis games, and then Sonic CD on Sega CD, and then I don't know. Knuckles Chaotix is kind of boring, honestly, but I have a soft spot for it. Maybe because it's 2D and it still looks good and has a great soundtrack. And then past that, man, I haven't really... I don't think I finished a single... Oh no, I like the first Sonic Advance. I did play that a lot, actually. A long time ago. And actually, I played it on the N-Gage. Oh yeah, I've got Sonic Mania. It seems pretty great, but I have barely played it.
that's a pretty good game. I have that.
Oh, so you got that? Nice. Hell yeah.
If I'm to continue,
Alright,
Sonic just had a brain fart. If I'm going to continue, tacos. He just like completely blanked out there.
Alright, so we're in the captain's room.
The switch to transform the egg carrier is somewhere in this room.
You can see me reflected on this thing. Oh man. Never thought I'd be watching a Sonic playthrough of this game tonight. But here we are.
That's so weird.
Go to the captain's room.
I'm lost. Every room looks the same in this game. Yeah, so the captain room is on top. Here? Shit, I don't know. All these doors look the same.
Well, shit, I don't know either, Renan.
Alright, so that's a pool. We don't want that. Ah, here we go.
Walker says it looks like you glitched through the back of the captain's room without hitting the switch. Oh, there's a switch in the ground. Okay.
So
That's what happened.
I had a spin dash on the chair.
Good catch, Aquas. I saw him go behind the chair and I was like, is that normal? I assume it was.
Yeah, see, I fell through the door back here and I was like, what the hell? And oh, that's still pretty cool how we can find broken glitches.
Sonic's Glitchy Adventure. Oh my god, you just... Right as I said that, you just glitched off the bridge. I thought like the rail was going to keep you in. Oh my god, dude. I'm really surprised they didn't like polish up the glitches for these versions. It's like I bet you those glitches are still in the Dreamcast game. Nice.
Oh no! Not again! Chaos! Could this be the same beast? Oh yes! Attack Sonic! Now!
Soggy? I must say Soggy!
If he's your friend, I'll help you. Just leave it to me. Now I have...
Alright, so how to beat this guy. I forgot how to beat this guy.
No way! I can't believe this!
That was little bombs.
It's the Mission Impossible theme.
It sounds like a Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise is gonna get royalties off this.
No way!
Yes, we're.
Believe this! No way!
Yes,
I can't
we're.
believe this! Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
He says no way again.
Sonic! Hey there, Knuckles. Glad you finally made it. I thought you got lost or something.
You can play a Big the Cat.
Alright, Brandon, we must make the lip syncing even worse than it is, so we can make Anball's head explode completely.
Go to options.
Gets all over the screen.
Go to the options menu and turn lip syncing intensity. How hard do you want the how hard do you want the intensity of the lip syncing to be? Alright, so it turns out that, well,
What did we miss? Oh, isn't it like near the end of the game you ended up going back to like an old temple or something? Just some dumb story related stuff.
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out. It'd be helpful to see, like, around my surroundings, but the camera angles are so limited in this game, it's janky as
Yeah.
hell.
That's what you get for 1999, dude. I mean, in hindsight, that's what it is. It's old.
Yeah, some stupid puzzle again. Alright, let's go, damn, I thought I was gonna be already done with this. Well, let's head on back down this way. Hey, you, Mountain Explorer, help me out. How's his head on the tour? Actually, I think you get to Dr. Robotnik's ship differently.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
The trolley car seems to be working. It leads to the jungle.
Thanks.
So I guess there is something in the jungle.
Troll E? No, I'm pretty sure she said trolley. Troll E? Oi, trolley, mate.
Hey, trolley, mate.
I'm disappointed, Brandon. You've forgotten what to do here.
Oh, I don't know.
Brandon's
man.
like, I haven't been here in a long time.
Something gotta do with the stones. Here we go. That's for Knuckles. I think
Damn it, Knuckles.
I think Knuckles does the whole digging thing, so I think the temple level's for him.
It's all Knuckles' fault.
This jungle's hard to navigate through. There we go. We got something at least. There we go.
There we go, what? Pick a structure we can't do anything with. So what's on the top of the temple again?
Ah, here we go.
It was there the whole time. Wow.
Because with certain characters, it unlocks certain story
Yeah,
points.
yeah.
I'm just getting the stories mixed up between the characters. That's all.
Gotcha. Alright, you finish this off. I'm gonna go take some insulin and brush my teeth. And so, when you're done, just drive you straight home without having to do all that stuff.
Alright.
So I'll be right back. Excuse me. Stuck inside. Dude, here's a good one.
Someone's. Oh wait, never mind. I got that paused. Oh yeah. This is Angry Sonic.
Press the 3 hidden switches in the room to open the front door. Press this switch to raise the water level.
The hell? Here we go. Sweet. The ship is sailing.
Use the mirror to help guide you. Motherfucker. Use the mirror to help guide you.
Well, the game is glitching out like a bitch.
Is it?
Yeah.
How much was this? It was actually pretty cool. This wasn't even that expensive, right?
Nah, I think it was like
4,000 or something.
like
Maybe even
I
less.
think it was like 30. Yeah, like 4,000.
Damn,
Let's go.
it's pretty sweet. Yeah, I like that a lot. I got just shitty video games and a lamp. Actually, the lamp is pretty sweet. Gonna open up my little handheld.
Alright, let's see if this works this time. Sweet.
Wow, this is definitely not convenient in the slightest.
These are famous light move here. Yay, checkpoint! Oh, that's cool. Remember that from Sonic original? Oh, that's a cool little throwback.
Wow, it's choppy.
Oh, that's cool. Centipede?
Yeah. It is super choppy. I shouldn't have expected any better, but whatever.
It's actually pretty cool. So what's going on with this?
Oh, it's got Pong on it. Oh, that's cool. Missile Command's better. Sound is garbage. Yeah, these are definitely reprogrammed. They're not emulated.
Use the switch to light up the wall panels. You can walk on those panels when lit.
Yeah, if you hold the second button, like, the D-pad doesn't even work. It's hilarious. No, if you hold any button, the D-pad doesn't work. It's like it can only register one button at a time. Or two, technically. I mean, the Missile Command's actually moderately fun. Centipede is really choppy, unfortunately. Missile Command feels a lot more better suited to this.
No!
Doesn't look like there's any, like, good soft reset. You have to fully power cycle. Yeah, these things are 2 years old. And it's got Pong.
Sonic has Down syndrome. He's attacking random enemies I don't want him to attack. It's like, I don't know if that's normal.
Can I be your friend? That's fucked up. Oh man. I guess Pong is okay too, although there's no way to like do a slow movement on your paddle. It's fast or nothing. And sound is either on or off. There's no variables. You want to be my friend? Want me to talk? Yes, I just beat the AI. I got a point against him anyway. Yeah, I probably would have been better off with the Sonic plushie myself. Still, it's cool. Put it back in the box and just put it on my shelf. I'm a shelf queen, apparently, now. I blame. I don't know who I blame. Patchouli! Hey, Patchouli!
If they remake this game, they need to fix the camera angles.
You're still struggling, huh?
These camera angles are screwing me up, man.
It just means you need to play more old school 3D games, right?
Yeah.
not even putting this back in its packaging correctly. I think it's supposed to go more like that. The smallest fully functional pocket-sized arcade game. I don't know about fully functional, but okay. It's still kind of neat, I guess. Kind of.
Oh, what the hell? Everything's booby trapped. Typical Sonic.
It's a trap!
It's a trap! General Akbar. Star Wars.
That's a trap!
It's a trap. This is a trap. It's a camera angle trap. Mario 64
Yeah,
has
you know, I'd say I trapped you into playing this game, but this was your idea, not mine. Brandon was like, you want to stream Sonic Adventure? I was like, sure.
Hell yeah.
Why not? Yeah, so there it is, again.
We're actually towards the end of the level anyway, so...
I also got this the other day. I haven't used it yet.
Yes!
Yes. We got through Temple Madness.
There you go.
Yeah, not bad.
Yay! Get to the center of the runes.
Patchouli. Patchouli.
Oh,
Patchouli. You wanna come on up here? Patchouli, come on up, girl. Come on, Patchouli. Come on. You can come on up.
And now I believe we go to the final area.
Come on. Come on, babe. You wanna come up here? Patchouli. Come on, Patchouli. Come on.
There we go.
Hey, babe. You wanna come over here? Come on, Patchouli. Come on, babe. Come on. Come on, Patchouli. Come on this way. Come on, Patchouli. Wanna come here? Come here, babe. No? You wanna stay there? You did all that meowing for nothing? Patchouli. Patchouli. Come on, babe. Alright, whatever.
I'm lost again. so... Oh, wait. Bingo, there we go.
Okay.
Ah, shit. One of these dumb puzzles now. Oh, wait. Yay! Alright. Final egg, final level.
Here, babe. Here, Julie. Over here, babe. Come on. Come on, babe.
Why are you being such a pain in the ass? Oh, she scratched me by accident.
Hi. Hello. Julie, what you doing?
I don't remember the music in the final level and being this happy. I remember it being like... Well... What character am I thinking of?
What are you going after?
Ah, here we go. This is better. Yeah, so...
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Julie.
No, since these levels are pretty glitchy, Eggman is very glitchy. Funky.
You're burning like crazy, girl.
Final A. Level 2 isolation wall open.
Oh, the platform drops down.
Did you just glitch to the floor or something?
Yep.
What the fuck? I was like, oh cool, we got an elevator. And then I heard the Sonic death sound. Like, what? What the hell? Yeah, that's a real buzzkill.
It really is. I forgot. Well, see, it's weird because in Sonic Generations, like, there's none of this. Like these problems don't exist.
Yeah, it's a much more polished game.
But Julie, come here, Ryan. Oh, I'll catch you.
Hey, sweetheart.
Final A. Level 2 isolation walls open. Final A. Level 2 isolation walls open.
We actually made it down. But the levels are definitely pretty sweet in this game. I will give them credit for that. They did a good job with the
You know, level design itself seems pretty solid, but the glitching kind of sucks. What was that, Julie?
Emergency! Emergency! Dispose of any intruders. Emergency! Emergency!
Did the game just freeze?
Any intruders.
No, I think you have to run out.
Oh.
I saw the time was still ticking down. I was like, yeah.
Oh, it's those spiky things that are making a sound. I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell? Oh yeah, look at this part. Achievement unlocked. Oh, they keep coming out, never mind. So this is up as well.
What happened that time?
My fault.
Okay.
I'm trying to speed through it too quick.
Yeah, I understand that. I like how they bring back a lot of mechanics from the 2D Sonic games, like the fans.
Yeah, they're from all the Sonic games, right?
I know Sonic 2 at a minimum, Sonic 3. I don't think they were in Sonic 1.
I don't know what the hell you gotta do.
Survive.
Oh, the fans.
Easier said than done.
These levels get pretty insane. Especially if you're not quite sure if they just like warp you back a few areas, or you actually gotta do something different. There you go. And I fell off the track again.
2 lives left.
If I died, then I'll just call the stream done. Alright, last slug. Let's see if I can get past this part.
I hate your attitude, Mario.
Here we go. Why the hell weren't these opening up before? Interesting.
And dead. Let's see where it continues you.
Yes, yeah, man, screw this. I'm not. I ain't starting all the way back. It's gonna take too damn long.
I had a feeling it was gonna restart the whole level. Well, that sucks.
I mean, in Sonic Generations, though. That would be a better game to stream. Sonic Generations.
Well, you need to get good at it. We can stream it on YouTube.
Sonic Generations?
Yeah.
Nah, that's... I would probably do it.
How long do you think it would take?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably way too long.
Way too long.
It's that long of a game? It never seemed like it would be a super long game to me. This is basically all just action stages.
Well, there's certain parts in the game where you have to have the Chaos Emeralds to progress in the game, and you have to actually beat some of these mini games.
Patchouli, hey,
That
come on up,
will-
babe. Patchouli, come here, babe. Come on,
Alrighty.
Patchouli. Come on. You want to come on up? Yeah, we can just do it like this. This is where I put my headphones.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like that. Oh, yeah. Well, that was cool, Brandon. Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, no problem.
I haven't seen that far into the game in a long time, so...
Well, I didn't realize how many glitches this game has.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking the 360 version would have all those glitches.
I was like playing the game. I was like, it wasn't until about halfway in the game, and I was like, good grief. But it's still a fun game to play. It's take your time.
Yeah, it seems like a fun game. Oh man, I was gonna keep streaming, but I am not gonna keep streaming. 'Cause by the time I get back home, it'll be 2 a.m. and yeah, I should probably chill out, relax, do some other things. So thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, we will see you later. That was fun, Brandon.
Yep, you're welcome.
I'm not gonna bother hosting anybody, so
Okay, whatever you say. You must have your reasons.
well, actually, I see Snuggle Time is out there streaming, so I'm gonna raid them. Or yeah, whatever. We'll just do it.
Hurry, Tails. Take Amy and get out of here.
Thanks for watching. Shut up, Amy Rose. I'll catch you guys later.